Hey guys, I am super excited about today's lesson because we are continuing to work with counting square tiles to find the area of shapes. So let's start off our lesson by reviewing what area is. So area is the number of square units that's needed to cover a shape. So here we can see that there are 3 going across this shape and 3 going down. So if I was to count by threes, I could see that there are 3, 6, 9 square units that it would take to cover this shape. So we talked a lot about last week and earlier this week about how when you're tiling a shape, you can't have any gaps or any overlapping shapes because it will not give you the correct area. So let's look at our first problem. I want you all to look at this, the picture of the shape, and I want you all to think about how could we use the tiles to find the rectangle or to find the area of this rectangle. Think about how we would do that. So we could use the tiles, we could count the tiles to find the area of the rectangle. So we could count the ones that are already on here. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the area is 12 square units. Because remember, it would take 12 squares to completely fill this shape up. And how would we use the tiles? We could count the tiles to find the area. Excellent. So now I'm going to ask you guys another question, and I'm showing this to you because you all have a question very similar to this in your daily check. So I thought it'd be important for us to talk about. So it says, Jada says that she thinks that the rectangle has an area of 12 squares. Do you agree with her? So we've already found the area, so we do agree with Jada. So we're going to just write, I agree with Jada because, and now this is the tricky part because you have to figure out why you agree with her. And this is where a lot of you all get stuck. And that's okay because this is hard. This is a hard skill to do, talking about math through your words. But let's really think about it. How did we know that the shape had an area of 12 units? Yeah, because when we counted them, when we counted each of these boxes, there were 12 in all. And if I went through and I layered all of these blocks on there, it would take 12 blocks to cover the shape. So let me finish doing that and then we'll write that down because we have to have the entire shape covered. We counted the squares and found 12. We also used, let's say, it took 12 tiles to cover the whole shape. All right, we're going to do another one of these. And because we're on Nearpod today, we are going to have a chance you're going to see me do one, and then you guys are going to do one. So the card A that you see here is the exact shape that we had before. So go ahead and just count really quick how many, what the area is of card A. The area of card A is 12 square units. And I hope that you guys used the strategy that we were just talking about, where you were counting all of the squares to see how many there were in all. Um, and here's your task today, and this is tricky, so pay close attention. It says create a different rectangle with the same area as card A. So we know that there are 12 boxes, so we have to create a different shape that also has 12 boxes. So I'm going to grab green, and what we're going to do is we're going to try to build a shape. So when I see the number 12, I don't know about you, but what I think about immediately is that 6 plus 6 equals 12. That's a doubles fact that I know a lot of you all know. So when I think about that, I can also say it would be the same way to, another way to write it using multiplication would be 6 times 2 equals 12. So I'm going to try to build a rectangle that has 2 rows of 6. So I'm going to go across 6, and I'm just kind of trying to color them in the best I can. This will be a lot easier for you guys on Nearpod today. See, there's 6 across, and I'm going to make another 6 because we're adding 6 plus 6 more, or we can say that we have 2 groups of 6. All right, so now I'm going to grab the rectangle tool, and I'm just going to kind of do this so you all can see the outline of my shape a little bit better. So let me make that so it is clear. There we go. So you can see that our rectangle definitely looks different than the one on card A. But if I go through and I count these squares, I will still have 12 square units. Let's make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we still have 12. I'm going to write that over here so we remember. We have 12 square units. All right, now let me teach you a different way. You all have really learned that we can flip arrays in a different direction and still get the same answer. So that's what I'm going to show you all how to do right now. So if I look at card A, I notice that going up and down, there are 1, 2, 3. And going across, there are 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip that shape around. So instead of 4 going across, I'm going to have 3 going across the top. And then I'm going to have 4 going down. So all I did was flip the shape. All right. So I'm just making all my rows have the same amount. They all have 4 going up and down and 3 going across. All right, so now I'm going to grab my tool just so I can outline the shape a little bit better so you guys can see it. So if you look at this, you can tell that the shape looks different from card A, but it should still have 12. Let's check our work. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we still have 12 square units, but we have created a different rectangle to match our area. So we have the same area, but our rectangles look a little bit different. All right, so I think that you guys are going to rock this next activity. You all are going to have a chance to build your own rectangle. And what you're going to do is the first step, what you're going to do is look at card B, and you're going to try to find the area. So how many in all? Then you're going to go over here, and I want you guys to try and create a different shape that has the same area. All right, so I want y'all to just hit the next slide on Nearpod, and then you'll see this exact page pop up, and I want you to try it on your own. And when you get done, hit the next button, and I'll walk you through how I did it. All right, good luck. All right, guys, welcome back. I hope that you had a good chance to attend